What's up? I'm just here in my Audi, driving around. Just went to the stores, and I have some more ideas off the back of yesterday's video, of the previous video, about life energy versus death energy. And the main thing here that's on my mind is, are you able to even resonate with the good things in life, with beauty, with things that can bring a tear to your eye just from how incredible it is or beautiful it is, whatever it may be? Are you able to resonate with it? Or are you resonating with things that are just shit and just of ugliness, that are of just sadness? And hello. Because for a long time I've been very isolated, and I need to get a new mount, seriously. I honestly believe this is insane. I honestly believed that there was truly nothing out there for me in the world. Nothing at all. Because my view of the world was so bleak. It was so just truly negative. And that was because I personally was on an energetic, this is getting into a bit of the energy, woo-woo stuff, but this is the best way I can actually describe it. Because I was resonating on such a low level of vibration, on a very low resonance, I was only able to resonate with misery, with living in my room, living isolated, living in basically just squalor. Just like my room stank, and just I lived in shit all the time, and etc. etc. And I was watching a couple videos like a week or so ago, and I made the realization of like, wow, am I even the kind of person that can resonate with the beauty of nature, with the beauty of going on a hike or whatever? Because if you're not able to even resonate with that, you're likely not going to find yourself in such places or attracted to them in the first place, right? So take, for example, somebody that's that has such a negative filter of life will look at everything as shit, and will, for example, if they go on a walk, they'll go on that walk, on that nature walk, they'll go out into the forest, they'll go out and see the beautiful lush trees and everything like that, and the lush soil beneath them, and they'll be on their phone, just as I was, or I'd be distracted. I wouldn't be present to the beauty around me, because I can't match what's in my environment. If anything, the environment would be causing me stress, because I'm not at home, dicking around on my computer or whatever, because that's what I would normally resonate to, because that's, because I'm on that same, energetic frequency, quote unquote, or resonance, I just stayed with that. Whereas going for a walk in nature, or going out somewhere, going out to talk with some friends or whatever it is, the first thing that comes to my mind was, well, why the fuck would I want to do that? It's very much like the Grinch, Why would I want to do that? Huh? Because that good thing, that positive thing, is vibrating at a level of energy that's higher than what I was capable of perceiving and receiving in my life. And if I was to find myself there in such a situation, I would basically try and either sabotage it or, get anxious or whatever it may be, and try and tear it down so that it's back to, a lower level that I can handle. That's why there's some people out there that, when you take them out to the holiday, they just have to fuck it all up. They just can't help themselves. They have to wreck everything. They have to just be a complete dickhead and just ruin it all, because that's the energy level that they're working with. That's the whether the life energy or the death energy that they're vibrating at. Conversely, if you have somebody that is operating on a high energy level, they can go basically anywhere and lift the energy up, right? So the main thing of what I want to talk about in this video is ask yourself, what are the environments that you're finding yourselves in? And are you even being attracted to beautiful things in life? Whether it's great people or great environments. And if not, ask yourself again, are you even capable of resonating with such beauty, with such beautiful things? Or are you operating on an energetic level that is so low that either you don't seek out those things, you run away from those things, or you have to tear those things down back to your level so that you can actually fucking handle it? Otherwise, it'll just cause you too much stress of like, no. Or it brings you like some, backwards, like twisted kind of joy to tear everything down, or to tear other people down, or to talk shit about other people, or to bring others down, to bring negativity around, so that it starts to resonate on your level, right? It's a really good thing to check in with yourself, because fuck me, I was doing that a lot, where and how I would feel this was like, if I'm just hanging out with friends, I would feel this constant kind of like itch, this need to be like, I need to be doing something right now. I need to be and like, I can't just shut the fuck up and chill out with my friends and just have a fun conversation or whatever. It's just like, this constant itch, this need, this like, I need to be doing something. And that was an indicator that I wasn't even able to resonate with fun or enjoyment or just hanging out with friends or whatever it may be. And so, same as, for example, expansion and adventure. I didn't pursue that. I pursued quite the opposite, actually, because I didn't resonate with that either. It wasn't present in my life, because if I was able to resonate with that, naturally, it would show up. Naturally, I would be drawn to it. Naturally, I would just be there, right? Same as, say, like a clean environment in one's house. If I truly resonated with it, naturally I'd be there. It would be a thing within my life. So, ask yourself this. Do you even have the capacity to resonate with the beautiful things in life? And where this resonance thing comes from, I'm starting to learn about the different levels of energy, which is absolutely fascinating to me. And one of the books I'm starting to read is called Power versus Force. And in it, they basically talk about how there's this test that you can do, physiologically, where you can basically test, using like your muscles and your subconscious mind that controls your muscles, to test whether the body resonates with something or not. And so they were able to come up with this scale that adds, that basically pins certain emotions to like a numeric scale. And at the bottom of the scale was emotions like shame, fear, like just rage and all these kind of things, or guilt. And towards the top is like joy, fun, love, enlightenment, all these things. And in the middle is something like courage, acceptance, joy, something like that. So there's like different levels, different scales of energy. And depending on where you resonate, you'd be finding yourself and curating your own environment to that level of energy. You would be attracting people to that level of energy, right? It's kind of like how a person living in constant shame every single day would just find themselves just deeper and deeper and deeper into shit. Like I was. I'm still working on it, but there was a lot of shame that I was dealing with who I am as a person, or like what I was going through, or am I even worthy to be alive, or am I worthy to be a functional member of society? Am I worthy of reproducing, or whatever it may be? There was a whole lot of shame that basically stacked up so that my my capacity to resonate with things was all the way down here. And so I resonated with what was essentially a self-imposed prison. And so naturally, exploration, joy, seeking out cool things, expanding the mind, etc., going out to see new places, going out to see nature, going out to meet new people and talk to new people, and make new connections and fun and joy and love and laughter and everything. That's higher up. And I just wasn't able to resonate with that because I'm down here. And I'm looking up at that, and I'm like, why the fuck do you want that? One of the things I actually remember that's coming up right now was when COVID came around and the lockdowns came. Because I was such a goblin in my room, like a curmudgeon, a Grinch. When I actually, it's unreal that I'm saying this right now, but I actually celebrated that everything was on lockdown, and that people were forced to stay home, that people were locked down into their own houses. Because where I was coming from was a place of, yeah, fuck you, all of you people going out and having fun, now you get to live like me. What the fuck? It's like, and that was because I was coming from a place of like being so low, so low vibe, low vibration. And I was looking up at people that were higher up or whatever, that were actually enjoying life a bit more, that were going out and meeting people and everything. I'm like, all you social people, all you people having friends and everything like that, fuck you. Now you're here in the dirt, in the slime, in the fucking isolation with me. Now you're in the prison with me. Now I feel this weird sense of satisfaction because you can't handle this and I can. And I've been living in this all my life. It's like a big fucking ego trip that I was going on. Where now that people's expression, people's freedom, people's capacity for experiencing beautiful things in the world was limited. And now I can, wave a big stick going like, oh, you can't handle this. You guys are crying and screaming that you can't stand COVID or whatever. But I've been living here for years. I'm so big and mighty. Like what the fuck? But that's because that's where I was energetically. And that's what I found joy, quote unquote. It's not even joy, it's just coping. It's truly just coping with life. It's not thriving. I was looking at people that were thriving more than me, and I was feeling high and mighty because now they have to cope like me, and they're not used to it. So that's where that crabs in a bucket mentality comes from as well. And what that means is basically so it's basically a metaphor of like when you have a bunch of crabs in a bucket, when one crab tries to climb out, the crab at the bottom of the bucket will like grab onto the other crab and pull him back down. That's basically what you see in like a lot of ghettos or slums or whatever, or just with just people in general. When they see you climbing and ascending in your energy, in your vibration, they will look at you and not feel used, and they won't be used to it. And just as, as a person that's on a low vibration, they can't understand, or they feel nervous, or they can't feel good, or they want to destroy things of a high vibration, like whether it's in their environment, whatever it is. They'll do so as well to other people that are climbing as well, because they can't stand it. They can't support it within themselves, because it's too painful, or it's too they can't wrap their head around it, because they're coping. They're trying to cope with life at this shit in the shit. And while they're doing that, they have, well, I had, when I speak of they, I'm also speaking of myself as well. Because I had such a low ability to relate to these better things in life, or to these better people, I instantly like want to tear them down. And same as you see, like in as I said before, like these poverty-stricken places, or just society in general, tall poppy syndrome in Australia, that's a big thing. They see you ascending, they pull you down. They're like, no, come back into the dirt with us, come back into the mud with us, come back here. Because here it feels normal. Here it feels safe. But it's constant pain every fucking day. It's coping. So, the main takeaway from this: check with yourself. Ask yourself the question: am I even capable of resonating with the beautiful things in life? Whether it may be a better job, more money, beautiful environments, beautiful people around me. Am I honestly even able to resonate with those things? Or am I going to try and pull those things down, destroy them, bring more death energy, kill, die? And if I'm doing that outside to things outside of me, how am I doing that inside of me? Because there's kind of it's I guess it's a feature of the universe, or whatever you want to call it, that whatever is happening on the outside is also happening on the inside, and vice versa. Whatever is happening on the inside is going to happen on the outside. So if you see it in your outside environment, if you stop and look around and take a look, wow, things are actually kind of shit. How am I doing this to myself? What am I doing to curate this lower vibration so that I can't even enjoy a beautiful day out with my friends, a beautiful, job, or a higher income? Why do I have to constantly sabotage? Perhaps, maybe, because of the deep-rooted and programmed coping structures, coping mechanisms, the programming within the mind, it's acting in its survival mechanisms to prevent you from changing it, from fucking up what's kind of working, what's causing you to cope, what's keeping you just alive, or surviving, really, mechanistically, just heart beating, lungs kind of like puffing. But are you actually living? You're just kind of like as a automaton, as a mechanical body. It's not even living. It's just a state of being alive, a state of, I don't know, function, I guess. But those automatic processes are in place, like those fail-safes, those instincts will prevent you from trying to change that shit, because that's what's been keeping you alive all this time in this negative coping state, and will prevent you from trying to change things. So you really have to, or from actually seeing it. So that's why you have to bring consciousness to this matter within your own life, and ask yourself, really, stop. What do I actually see around me? Take a good stock take. There is shit, there is more shit, and even more shit. Okay, if this is the case, what am I doing to curate this environment that I'm finding, shitty? Okay, I'm being a bit of a goblin. I'm being a bit of a curmudgeon. I'm being a bit of a Grinch. All right, how am I doing that to myself in my own inner world? Oh, right, I'm shaming myself. I say the most horrible, nasty things to myself. I tear myself down whenever I try to achieve anything. I have huge ego trips on just the most dumb shit. I waste my time and energy and focus on even more low vibration negative shit. Because the thing is that people of a higher vibration, they won't even associate anymore to that low vibration stuff. So, like, for example, in my case, now that I felt that life is getting so much fucking better, that life is actually improving, that there's much more adventure. Like, now I'm at the point where I've realized this, and I'm seeking out adventure. I'm seeking out, people to connect with. And just almost by automation, by automatically, it's coming my way. It's being attracted back to me, because now I'm just entering into that energetic frequency that is a match for a little bit more adventure, for cooler people, for, cooler experiences, for, a bit more expansion. And now, having increased in that way, I look back at what I was doing before, a lot of what I was doing before, and I go, I don't even fucking want to relate to any of that stuff anymore. It doesn't even bother me. Like before, I used to be so caught up in the fucking news, in just dumb shit that's of like going on forums and stuff like that, and listening to people arguing, going on fucking Facebook and seeing all the dumb dickheads just blabbing on to each other, just verbal diarrhea to each other, back and forth, and I'd get involved in these things and start thinking about them. It's just like I look back at it and I'm like, why? I don't even see it anymore. Like as soon as I see that like dumb shit, I just like move right past it. Or if somebody's trying to, speak to me about just something just inane or stupid or just especially like gossipy or talking shit about people, I don't engage in that anymore because it's not interesting to me. Like I hear it and it kind of goes through one ear out the other, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, man, sure, okay, cool. How can we like make things better? I try and I move it towards better, more constructive conversation, more generative, life affirming, life energy conversation, because I feel better from it. I'm not drawing from that death energy, right? I just naturally feel drawn to that, higher level of energy now. And when I interact with people that, and I love them, fucking, like, I love you where you're at. I'm not going to be like, I'm higher than you, and I know better than you, and you're down there, and I'm up here. It's just like, no. Like, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. You got to resonate with what you got to resonate. I hope that you move up, but you go at whatever pace that you need to go at. But if you're throwing it my way, I'm just not even going to connect with it. It's just not even, like, before I would just kind of, like, latch onto it and grab onto these like negative feeling things of just like complaining about other people or complaining about the world or whatever. But now it's just like water off a duck's back. It's just like slide off. And because I don't resonate with that, right? Just like if you're down low, nicer things in life won't resonate with you and it will just slide off of you. But the shitty things will hook in. Like, do you? I hope that I'm expressing myself eloquently enough to deliver what I'm attempting to say here. Because these can be self-reinforcing cycles here, both negative and positive. If you're stuck in the shits and you're constantly, drawing death energy from more shit, you'll continue to go down. Conversely, if you're drawing more energy from life energy and you don't even see the death energy, you'll go up. And that's the hard thing about moving up as well, is that if you're resonating at this level, it's hard to even see the things that are up here, right? It's hard to, like, one of the things that's coming up for me is back like 2 years ago, or 2 years ago, I was in such a mental state of like, oh fuck, I have no money and this and that, it's just and my friend was going to this big conference of like cryptocurrency investors, what do you call it, like forex investors and all that. And there's like, it's a room like full of like millionaires, people like go-getters, people that are just like high vibe, just want to make money and make change in the world and everything like that. And I saw the entry ticket for that thing was like $100 or something. And I was just so fucking focused on my lack of money when I could have, afforded it back then, no problem. I was so fucking focused on I don't have any money, on my low vibration feeling of lack, of fear, that my friend was like, do you realize, like, this is going to be a room full of, like, amazing people, like, that you're going to meet? You should be there. And I swear to God, I could not see that because it was a higher frequency thing. It just slid right off of me. It completely surpassed my mind. I was blind to seeing the opportunity that was in that. And so afterwards, when my friend was recounting to me their experiences, they were saying it was fucking amazing. It was a room full of high vibe people. It was a room full of, amazing contacts and this and that and everything like that. And I realized, oh my God, I was dumb. I couldn't even resonate with that thing. I didn't think of it in these exact terms, but like I couldn't even see the potentiality within that, the positive in that. All I could see was just this small little problem of, I don't have the money. It's like, bro, what the fuck? I missed out on the opportunity to experience what it would be like to be in a room full of people that are, killing it. Like actual millionaires and stuff. And it would have costed me only $100. But it's because I didn't resonate with that. And so now looking back, I would have totally jumped onto that. No problem. Fucking, yeah, sure. Easily. And yeah, that's what I was saying, is that when you're on the lower levels trying to climb up, it's hard to even see the path forward. It's hard to see, to even see the next opportunity that's coming around. Because I can't even resonate with it yet. Right? And if you can't resonate, we can't even see it. Because some teeny tiny little thing associated to it, like here's the positive that I can get from it, and here's the cost of it, all I would be focusing on, rather than all this amazing stuff here, is this part. This teeny tiny cost for all this gain. Right? The net benefit would be huge. But even still, all I could focus on was just this tiny little thing here. Because that tiny little thing is all I could resonate with. Right? And if I ask myself that question I posed before of like, are you even able to resonate with good things in your life, with the good things that you are looking for? If you are looking for something, ask yourself, can I even resonate with that thing, and can I even enjoy it? That thing that would have been great for me, I like, even probably in that mental state, even if I did go, I probably would have found a way to fuck it up for myself at the very least, and be like, something's not right here. I don't feel good talking about these people, or there's something wrong with the drinks here, and I'm gonna complain about that, or like the drinks are too expensive, or the food is too expensive here, and I don't like the food option. And like I'll find some dumb fucking shit to complain about, because all I can focus is this. Whereas people that are higher vibration, they wouldn't even see the problem. It's just like, hey, we're having a great day, we're having a good time, we're meeting all these cool people. Oh yeah, like a little thing is gone wrong over there. Okay, who gives a shit? We're having fun. See? So truly ask yourself, the thing that you are shooting for, that you are pursuing, that you're striving towards. One, are you even able to resonate with it? with that beautiful thing? And two, would you even be able to enjoy it once you do get it? It's kind of like the dog that finally catches his own tail. What does he do then? Are you even capable of even enjoying it? Or would you find some way with your, with the existing programming that's in your mind to fuck it up? That even when you get it, you'll find some new way to be miserable. This is how people, when they get an influx of money or something like that, or say, for example, with lottery winners, right? The perfect example. Lottery winners. Some hobo on the street, he wins $1 million, and this has been times and time again. Some dude wins $1 million, because remember, who are the kind of people that are buying scratchy tickets all the time? It's generally people that are pretty fucking broke. They're gonna get a whole influx of money, and then quickly within a year, they're gonna be exactly where they were on the street, because that is the level of energy and of life that they can resonate at. That's where they're at. Their environment bumped up for some extraordinary external reason, and because they're still down here, they had to go up and bring it down. Oh, we're back to neutrality. We're back to, I'm trying to remember the word, equilibrium. We're back to equilibrium, where everything kind of works, everything makes sense, right? So I guess in life, like, if you're down here and you're shooting for this thing up here, sure, shoot for it, but just remember, do you even have the capacity within yourself to not completely fuck it up and tear it all down? Are you like on this journey to achieve this thing? Ensure that you're also checking in with yourself and really being careful with who you are as a person, and ensuring that this also climbs up as well, so that once you actually get to your goal of, say, like, I don't know, an X amount of dollars or whatever, that you can actually go, yeah, I actually enjoy this. I actually like this. This is great. I'm actually going to feel good about this, rather than feeling, fuck, oh, this is terrible, or, go on fucking drugs or something like that, or just blow it all anyways. Check in with yourself. Seriously, check in with yourself. Am I able to even enjoy the thing that I'm actually deeply desiring? And if the honest answer is no, cool, great. You have some solid information that you can work with. Now, you can start working on expanding that level of energy that you're vibrating at. And how do you do that? Start going out to speak to more people. Learn to appreciate the small things in life. Have gratitude for just smaller things in life. Whether it's just being alive, or, as you're walking through the street, just taking notice of, how the sun is just bouncing off the trees today. And just seeing, wow, that this is truly a gift of God. Like the other day, I got introduced by a friend to a location called Point Danger, right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. It's a beautiful beach, beautiful area, beautiful nature, beautiful cliffs and everything, and I've never been there before. Never been there before. And I guess I'm there because now I'm just starting to resonate with that. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, let's go out here. It wasn't really like a planned thing. It was just like, yeah, spur of the moment. Let's go. Let's go check it out. Adventure, right? And I guess because I'm better able to resonate with that now, that thing has now come into my field as I've also approached it, right? more beautiful things are coming into my life because I have, I've been able to see, like, I had to actually, like, consciously check myself to be like, all right, where is the beauty in this situation, right? Like, for example, right now I'm like parked on this dead end road, and it's a beautiful sky. It's hard to see, but it's like there's trees around. It's like a big open field. It's like, that's really fucking cool that I'm recording a video in just like some random dead end road, and it's like there's nobody around anywhere, and I'm making a cool video here. Like, I'm fucking grateful for that. Isn't that beautiful? So that inner work, if you're looking to make your outer world more beautiful, you have to also remember, it's so critical and crucial that you remember to make your inner world beautiful as well. Because otherwise you'll have that, like, this kind of effect happening, and you'll fucking crash down whatever good thing that you, like, hustle and grind to get. Right? Same as the people that, like, lose a lot of weight because of, I don't know, external circumstances or whatever, like a fat camp or like a TV show or surgery or whatever. Like, unless they're able to climb themselves higher to see the beauty in themselves and the beauty within the world around them, they will find themselves back in the same spot, if not heavier, than they were before. Because that's where they find mental equilibrium, where they find safety, where they find that their situation feels normal. They were not at a capacity to even enjoy the fruits of the beautiful thing of health and fitness. And so they had to go back into sliding in the mud of coping, into their old habits, into their old programs that have kept them mechanically subsisting, not even alive. So, yeah, this has been kind of like the start of this journey that I'm going on right now, that I'm really exploring, that I'm super fascinated about, of energetics, of the energetics of oneself, of the internal world, and the energetics of the external world, and seeing where does that match each other. Because even if the environment is down here, like in a prison cell, and if your internal energetics are up here, you can find peace and solitude and joy even within a prison cell, as there have been multiple people within the past that have done so. Like, for example, Malcolm X. Now, I haven't read up the biographies, but I've heard little bits and pieces about them, like Malcolm X or Nelson Mandela, right? Like, even though they were imprisoned, they were able to do a lot from within those prisons. Like Malcolm X, he spent the time to basically study, to learn about the world, to educate himself. Or even Mike Tyson, where, he learned to just find peace in the prison during his prison time. So if you're able to vibrate at that higher level, the environment will kind of bump up to match where you are at. So all of a sudden, that fucking miserable, like, I'm not saying that it's going to be like, all happy days, but your understanding and perception of the same stimulus of the external world will be colored by where your personal energy is at. So ask yourself, where is your personal energy at? Can you even enjoy the things that you are striving for? Can you enjoy a simple sunset? Can you enjoy the beauty and the magic, the truly divine gift that is nature? Can you enjoy being with yourself? Can you enjoy being present? Now, everybody's on their own journeys. Everybody's at their own different paces. And I would hate to sound, if I'm coming across as like the guru that's saying like, I know what to do. I am the guru here. Do what I tell you to do. No. Like, I'm still on my own journey. I've just discovered all these things about energetics, and I'm just kind of like it makes sense to me. And that's why I'm talking about it here and sharing it here. So that hopefully it may help you to figure out, wow, maybe my internal world is kind of like all jacked up and it's not cohesive, or rather, it does not, complement, it does not, I'm trying to find the word. It's not coherent with, or aligned, in alignment with that better life that I want. You gotta check in with yourself. Maybe if you're calling yourself a piece of shit every day, as I have, and I still do quite a number of times, but it's getting better. Maybe that internal world is going to reflect in the outside world. And guess what? You result in being a piece of shit. And everything else is a piece of shit. And all the other people are pieces of shit. And everything is all shit. So just check in with yourself. Can you enjoy the things that you actually want? Where is your energy at? Do you draw energy, that death energy, from complaining, from gossiping, from just all this other dumb shit? Do you draw it from, looking at misery online, or just complaining, or just bitching and moaning on social media or whatever? And if you honestly check yourself, and you are phenomenal, you're on the first step to actually realizing that there is a journey for you here, which is going to be amazing. And it doesn't actually need to take much to actually realize, oh shit, I'm actually locking myself in my own prison, and I have the key in my own hand. Once you realize that you have the key in your own hand, that's when you can actually start unlocking all the doors for yourself. And the transformation can be a lot quicker than you expect it to be. So allow yourself just to be present to find beauty in even the smallest of things. Like a line of ants on the floor, just wondering, wow, how the fuck did I do that? That's amazing. Truly a gift from God, or the universe, whatever you want to call it. Or just seeing how the waves, wash up onto the beach, and listening to that beautiful sound. Or hearing the birds, in the morning in the trees. Can you appreciate those things? And if you can, then you can begin to expand what you can appreciate and have gratitude for, and then expand this beauty that you see around the world. And you'll find within yourself your own personal energy is rising and rising and rising. And that brings in that life energy. That brings in that beautiful life energy and pumps you up and fills you up. so that you can radiate it outwards like the sun. Like I spoke about in my last video. Go check that out. So please, check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.